Southwest Florida. Welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. I got my son on camera, saving money, because I own my show. And when you own your show, you can put your son on camera and you control everything, keep the cost down. And then you post everything on Facebook 1,000 times.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with
and
that.
And your name is a household word from branding. And then you teach these young people, the next generation, to go out and lead, which they are doing. You might be familiar with both of these faces. Let me set the scene for you. All of us are television people. We're here at the Martin Luther King Day Legacy Celebration Gala. These are the MCs. They're bringing out the big guns tonight to celebrate this spectacular event. About 250 people here. We're in the reception phase where dinner is being served. And these are the MCs, and I thought I'd bring them over here and get to know these personalities. Of course, let's get your full names.
My name is Shari Armstrong, and I'd just like to make one quick correction. We are here at the Dr. Martin Luther King Gala. However, this young gentleman right here is actually an honoree tonight. So let's go ahead. That we introduced.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead for 1 second and congratulate you.
And take over the show.
I think that's a great idea, Chris, as a matter of fact.
Let's first let everybody know who you are.
This is Chris Grisby, interim Lee Pitts Live, and Shari, interim Lee Pitts Live. We're taking over now.
We're here. We're here.
Wink? You still at Wink?
I'm not at Wink anymore. I'm now independent doing environmental storytelling for For Truth Media.
That's great. I read that in your bio. Okay.
So how does it feel to be recognized in your community, Mr. Lee Pitts, after, and I know you are very humble, but I'm going to go ahead and list out all of the ways that you have been influential in the the from teaching children how to swim. Yeah, this is our show now. From teaching children how to swim.
I'm glad you mentioned the swim piece. Because it could have slipped if they had not.
Oh, we know you weren't going to let that go, Coach. You weren't going to let that go. But tell us really, truly, what is it like to be here tonight? There are multiple organizations here, people from all over Southwest Florida. Tell us what it's like to be here tonight.
Well, one of the coolest things is, first of all, being able to sit with you two right here, the next generation of great media in the community. But when I got a phone call saying, hey, we're going to induct you into the Dunbar Dr. Martin Luther King Hall of Fame, it just hadn't crossed my mind. Of course, I'm constantly out working and celebrating other people. I'm in about 7 halls of fame now that you guys may not know that, but it's not because I set out to be in halls of fame. But here's the unique thing about this particular hall of fame, Dunbar, Martin Luther King Hall of Fame, is tied to 2 great entities. It's tied to the Dunbar community, and it's tied to, of course, the legendary Dr. Martin Luther King. And it says something, too, that they're inducting me tonight. All the other honorees tonight, the other 3 honorees, they are from Dunbar. They were born and raised in Dunbar. So you really have to do something substantial and I'm not from Dunbar, I'm from Birmingham. But I tell people I am from Dunbar in the sense of I've done my work in Dunbar my entire adult life. I spent my adult life here in Southwest Florida. And to be embraced by my own people, the African-American community, to say that, hey, we want to put you into the Hall of Fame, it's just a tremendous honor, and I'm humbled by the whole idea. Even cooler, I got the 2 of you here MCing and just taking over my show. Let me share a little something with both of you, is that for a long time, Shari, of course, you're one of my swimmers, I was known as the swim teacher, even though I was a bank vice president and everything. And once the television show launched about 26 years ago, about 28 years, I've interviewed over 18,000 people and so on, and know everybody in here. So that was a good point when you say I interviewed everybody. But when the show started back then, it was you didn't see black people in this kind of capacity being able to do a sit-down conversation. Now we see all of you guys on television and reporting and doing what you do. But when the show started, I was spending a lot of time trying to brand the show. Social media didn't exist. Okay, so when I got started, there was no such thing as social media. So you had to work hard to just get a seat at the table. Everybody still was knowing me as the swimming guy. And I was like, hey, I got a TV show. And then eventually now the television show has become a household word. So when you went up there and you said the swim guy, I was happy. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like when you're younger, you want to be older. When you're older, you want to be younger, right? Yeah. So I was trying to get away from being known as the swimming guy. And I was saying, but this Hall of Fame thing encompasses everything. And then when I saw Shari up there introducing me, I said, oh, she's going to take care of the swim piece. I wanted that to be a part of it. Great job, Shari.
And you're one of these pioneers here as an African American person, as in a male on TV down here in Southwest Florida. Here we are 20-something years later since you first started Lee Pitts Live, and you see young faces like myself coming from different parts of the country and the world, making their faces known on TV as a person of color.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you to see all these different people from different walks of passive life and backgrounds come and, you know, reap the seeds that you sowed in?
Outstanding question. Here's the deal. So when I set out to do what I was doing, I wasn't doing what I was doing thinking about the future. I had no idea that 28 years later I would be doing a television show. I did not go to school to be on television. God put me on television through a series of things. As you guys know, I was the first African American here who was a vice president of a bank. And so I was a banker, and I was volunteering and teaching, and then I got discovered as a swimming instructor. They started bringing me on television a lot, and eventually they offered me to have my own TV show. And hey, the primary success of Lee Pitts Live, when the show first started airing, it was only airing in Fort Myers. My audience was Dunbar. Of course, now my show airs in 7 counties on the illustrious Fox 4, whatever. Shari is doing an outstanding job. But at the time, my show was built on the African American community, and I'm so proud to say that, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that. Sure, the show has morphed off into a big to-do now, but we still understand the foundation of Lee Pitts Live is by the support of the people that I got from the African American community in Dunbar specifically, and that's that. Now, when I see young reporters like you guys, you notice how when you came and introduced yourself to me at the Martin Luther King at the NAACP Gala, I didn't know you from Jack, but I told you I was going to get back to you, right? So that's what I do, is I get back to people and try to elevate you guys. Like right now, you guys are taking over my show. I love it. Shari takes over our time. Shari, before she was famous, when Hodges University, tell them about it, Shari. Hodges University.
Hodges University
I wanna hear
Student
this
Union.
one. I wanna hear this
dedication. Lee Pitts. I got to actually take over Lee Pitts Live then. And the thing about it was I wasn't even in television at the time. I was still working at Quality Life Center, which is my love. And Coach, I still call him Coach, said to me, hey, Shari, you're taking over the show. I think anybody watching knows that's Lee Pitts style anyways. It's not even a question, you just kind of do it. And it gave me an opportunity, actually. And looking back at it and seeing myself, and like, I didn't know what I was doing,
right.
But it's the opportunity. And then every time I see you, you have a different cameraman. Like tonight, you have your son. These are opportunities that you're bringing to the community, and I think it's important to talk about that. The fact that I've seen you with cute kids, cute teens, and you just throw them a camera and you say, do it. You throw them the audio equipment and you say, do it. And so it's important to also talk about the fact that you have also opened up opportunities or sparked curiosity in some of our students as well.
Well, let me go back to you, Shari, on that. So when Hodges University was naming the student union, the Lee Pitts Student Union, it was a big to-do. It was the only a higher education institution in the area that has a student union or property named after an African American. And a lot of this stuff is happening to me while I'm relatively young. I don't know if you guys realize these Hall of Fame inductees tonight, like 20, 30 years older than me. A lot of stuff happened to me while I'm really young. So I get a chance to still be able to walk and talk and tell the story. And I appreciate that. But when I called you up and said, Shari, I want you, because I'll be honored that day. I can't host Lee Pitts Live because they're naming the student union for me. I want you. I knew you weren't doing television in a formal way, but I knew you could handle the job. You embraced the job. You came out. You covered it. People can go on Lee Pitts' YouTube channel and still see Shari before she was famous.
Wow! You don't know.
And you can also see her when she was a little swimmer. We took pictures together. She was 8 years old.
Interview's over.
One of my best swimmers.
I want to see you do that 400-meter freestyle.
Okay, well, it was a few years ago.
You missed out on it, but I've watched your work that you're doing. I'm happy to hear that you've gotten your independence and doing your environmental work. You cover a wide range of topics, and one of the things I know when I go to watch you, you have done your research, and so you do these long pieces that are in depth, and that was one of the things that made me say, let me make sure I get over there to Chris. I think it's in there, right?
Appreciate
right.
that, yes,
and then
sir.
I hit you up on Facebook. I said, man, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
And you, but when you came up to me at the NAACP gala, you knew I was busy. Whenever I come out in public, a crowd is swamped
They
around
come
me.
on. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
you're used to seeing me in public, but it's a lot of people swamp around me when I'm in settings like this. He came up, said, hey, I need to meet you. I knew right then we were going to connect. And I'm looking forward to doing some stuff with you, okay?
I am too, and that was a blessing because if it wasn't for the Calusa Waterkeeper, they're the ones who invited me to that NAACP gala, and they told me, hey, go introduce yourself. And I was like, I see him on TV, and he doesn't know me from Wink. I'm just 23 years old. And I walked up to you, and it was just like a brother, just like a cousin, and just like a family member, and that's what we really love about you, and I'm sure that's what your audience loves about you. You're a humble man.
Right, I just try to be myself the entire time. Sometimes I have to just get things done right. Okay, so you have to get things done right, no different than Abdul Haq Muhammad or you guys. You got to be in control and get things done right, and you get quality out. Put quality out. Let the work speak for itself. Let the work speak for itself. Prepare, be organized, and focused on what you're doing. You can go a long ways with that. Back to what you guys have said about me and how I connected with both of you. Shari, I connected with her as a little girl. She was just outstanding from day one. And then you came up, showed your respects. Me and you connected. Here's my point. You guys are going to see another generation. Right now, you're still young. You're doing what you're doing. When I started the television show independently by myself, I was only 29 years old. I don't know how old you guys are now, but I was young, and there was nothing like this on television. So I had to make it happen, okay? You guys are gonna see other people coming up, looking for direction, seeing you as a role model, want you to be a part of giving them a little bit of direction here and there. Take time out, help somebody. Dr. King said, help somebody. If you help somebody and you get joy out of seeing other people succeed, get joy out of seeing other people succeed, good things will automatically come your way. You don't have to say a word. Do your work, help other people succeed. Now, sometimes it might come a long time before it comes. Like here, it's 28 years and I'm getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's a long time, Dunbar Festival Committee. But you just keep doing it. Hey, you just keep doing it. Hey, luckily I started when I was young. Y'all got me before I was an old man.
Oh my God.
I'm so thrilled. But I wasn't ever thinking about being inducted into a Hall of Fame here. But I would have been glad to come here and interview the people who got inducted. So, and rarely, you guys don't know this, but rarely do I ever do what I'm doing right now. I just talk to other people. I ask them questions. So this right here is unique. But what's so beautiful about it is the two of you are doing it with me. You see what I'm saying? This is history right here, people. The rising reporters in the area, anchor people, changing the face of television in how we get our news in Southwest Florida. And I'm just thrilled to be sitting here being celebrated like I'm somebody by the young tykes. Go ahead, get another question then. Lee Pitts live after work.
Lee Pitts live after work. Why don't you tell us about it, Lee Pitts?
I say the same thing, Lee Pitts live after work.
I think we got a Lee Pitts live after work that you got to tell us about because evidently everyone
What is
wanna
Lee
know
Pitts
about
live
it real
after
quick.
work? You know what? I have to say, I was really excited to go the last time, and I got off work late. I was working on a story. So please, I'm going to get there on time. I'm going to get there early. Tell me what I can expect.
Can I find the ladies there?
All the ladies are there. You have the Shari Armstrong as far as your eyes can see. Okay, that's going to be January the 25th. It happens every other month. It's at Club Celsius, downtown Fort Myers on the River District. We come after work, the Lee Pitts crowd. We have live entertainment, no hip hop, adult music. We draw about 200 people. You come in after work, it's $5 to get in. Let me tell you what you get for $5. You get meal, you get food, you get live entertainment, you get photos, you get interviews. Nothing else costs you anything. The $5 kind of help us with a little auxiliary. We have some outstanding sponsors that make it happen. And it was all about bringing the community together. So this Friday, January 25th at 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Get there a little early. If you want to get there, like make your grand entrance, you can't be making your grand entrance at 9:30. You got to make your grand entrance at 7:30. 7:30 is when it's maxed out, upstairs and downstairs. We got a wonderful entertainer who's going to sing Veery. She does a little neo soul,
Okay.
And she's a smooth, some Nita Baker, some Sade, and all of that. You guys are gonna love her. I don't know if you're gonna be working that night, Friday night.
Friday night is my off night.
Okay, so Shari Armstrong will be there. She'll be a dignitary. Shari, whenever you come though, when you two come and y'all come up to the door and they try to charge you $5, tell them Lee Pitts say you don't pay. All right?
Excuse me. I will be there then,
You and
Coach.
your guests.
We'll see you guys Friday then,
That's right.
All right, now kind of describe to our viewers what's happening right now. We're at the dinner phases. What has already happened here at the program? You guys have already done some introductions. Go ahead.
So we went ahead and introduced the Hall of Fame inductees of the Dunbar MLK Gala here today, and we also introduced a beautiful poet who spoke. Would you call that spoken word or?
Yes, absolutely.
That was just beautiful. No instrument besides her voice, speaking powerful words about Martin Luther King, this community, and how far we've come as a people, as a whole, collective whole. That's been phenomenal, to say the least. And what are some good points that you saw?
I've just really enjoyed seeing so many community leaders and people who represent different organizations in the community here tonight. This is a gala, okay? I think we need to paint that picture, Coach. This is fancy. You can't wear your jeans here. This is upscale, nice, right here at City and Burn Davis Art Center, and it is beautifully decorated. This committee has put a lot into what this looks like tonight, and I have to give a shout out to the committee itself because they worked really hard to make this a staple for the community. So thank you to the Dunbar Festival Committee for making this something that people want to come to. People are going to see these pictures, they're going to see this, they're going to be like, why wasn't I there?
Yep.
She calls me Coach, I call her Swimmer, and that's it.
That's what it
Every
is.
time we talk to each other. Look, I got to get a couple more interviews. I'd like you guys to be able to make it back up to the podium, but I want you to take over my show for a second. So I'm going to bring a guest over here for both of you guys to just grill for a minute, okay?
Oh, look,
Who we about to
Daryl
grill?
Green, my boss.
Who we grilling?
Let's see here.
You want to get Daryl?
Sure.
I'll get Daryl.
Sure.
I'll get somebody.
Or I think I saw Mr. Muhammad floating around.
Let's get the school board, the new African American.
Oh yeah, Miss Kittens.
Hit stop.